brightest day and blackest night, no evil shall escape my sight. Let those who worship evil's might beware my power. Green Lantern's light!
Hey guys, it's StarrySky, and I'm bringing you this video to answer a question. What trinkets I use, what are my stats for endgame content? Now, here is a video to pretty much answer that question. Now, first of all, I will go to my stats, and then I'll go through what trinkets I'm using from the layer and just in general. Okay, so here's my stats. Now, I am full T4. I am currently PvE built, as in skill points wise, and I do have tier 4 layer trinkets. So what my stats are currently is 3,688 health, 1,773 power. Now since I'm PvE built, I've prioritized HP over defense. Now if I was going to be doing more PvP instead of PvE, I would respec and I would redo my skill points from health into all the defense innates. So I would have all the DPS innates, and then I'll get defense if I was going to be more PvE orientated. But since I'm more PvE, I've gone for the health over the defense, since defense innates give you defense and toughness. So my defense at the moment, with full T4, legendary rings, BD weapon, so forth, is 2,387 without any of the points in defense innates. Currently my might is 1,654 and my precision is 806, and I have a combat rating of 88. I don't have the T4 PvP weapon, which would boost my CR up to 89, since I don't do that much PvP at this current time. So, saying that though, that's what my stats are, because I've literally got all the T4 gear, tier 4 mods, BD weapon, the face, which is from the T4 solo instance. I have the legendary rings and neck. I have one legendary ring with the precision infinity, one without, and I have the level 75 utility belt, precision based one. So after all that, I currently have 806. I could have a lot more if I had the Runes of the Northman, which is the T4.25 armor, which you make from the codex you get. I don't have any parts of that yet. Just been unlucky on the rolls. But when it comes to raids, I would use a Flex Soda MK4 to boost my precision by an extra 169. So I'll be almost pushing 1,000 precision when it comes to raids. Right. So that's currently what my stats are, my gear, what weapon I'm using. Now the trinkets I'm using currently for DPS. Currently at the moment, if I have the Eerie Jack, which is from the Halloween event, so if you don't have this one, you're going to have to wait until this Halloween one. But this is a really good one for Hard Light because it increases your precision by 239 for 20 seconds, but also it attacks stuff, so you get the damage added to your own scorecard from the damage it does. And then I have Backup, which is if you're a legendary player, you should be using for DPS, because if it's boost 1 or boost 2, you get 3 to 4 adds. Backup, and they just do a lot of damage plus some CC with it, and their damage they do gets added to your own scorecard. So if you're not using it, you're missing out on a lot of damage. I'm also using Orbital Strike. Now this is good at the moment because it's 100% control effect, so it makes avatars pretty much useless and knocks them to the ground, plus it can do from like 3 to 5k damage on impact, and it does damage over time as well on everything nearby. Plus it roots, stuns, knocks downs, knock back, the rest of it. So that's a lot of, if you're not using that, that's a lot of damage you're missing out on as well. But you can only use these if you have the Home Turf DLC. And Supply Drop. Now the reason why I use this for is because as an experienced as Hard Light DPS, I do a lot of clipping and with my skills, so I go through tons of power. So this would provide me with my own power, a little bit of healing, plus it gives me a 50% damage modifier for 8 seconds, and it also gives everyone else in my group who walks through it the damage boost and some power and healing. So not only good for me, it's good for the rest of my group. So that's currently trinkets I am personally running, and I would recommend for all DPS, not just Hard Light. Apart from the Precision Eject trinket. If you're might based, I would take that one. I would take out the Eject and I would replace it for the Enforcer's Badge of Retribution, which you get from FOSS 1. I think it drops from the Scorpion boss. Now, if you are not too keen on running backup, then I would run the FOSS trinket in my first slot, and then I would run the CC trinket instead of backup, which boosts my precision and might for 20 seconds. Plus, you know, it's good trinket. So it's all down to you really. What do you want to prioritize? Do you want to boost your stats, or do you want to just have stuff that does a lot of damage for you? And for me, I like to have the pets that attack, do damage, plus they boost my stats. Apart from backup does a lot of damage. And I use Orbital and Supply Drop. But in update 24 they are going to be nerfing Orbital Strike. It literally won't be 100% control effect anymore, so you won't be able to knock avatars to the ground. It pretty much all it will be reducing in update 24 is it will be reducing the control resistance they have, but it will still do the damage it currently does. So this is currently the trinkets I am running, the reasons why, gear, everything else. But also one trinket that is highly sought after by a lot of DPS I know, which if you're lucky to get, is a legendary trinket from the Vault, which I'm quite lucky enough to have, and that is the Omac Nanite Circuitry. Now, if you haven't seen this one before, what this one does is it greatly increases your toughness and health for a short period of time. Now you're probably thinking, toughness, why do I want to use that? Well, there's what it doesn't say. Sorry, it does something what it doesn't actually say. So I will equip it. So let's take out my Eerie Jack and put on my Nanite. Now that I have my Nanite trinket equipped, I will show you what it does. Well, for starters, it will transform you into an Omac, and it lasts 30 seconds. And I will show you how to find out what additional stuff it does. So I have to be quick since it only has a short time duration. Okay, so let's press number 8 to get it going. And to find out its abilities, we press F1 and we scroll all the way down to current abilities. Sorry, current effects. And then in Omac form. Now, ignore the 100 health, that actually is 1,000. So what it does is it gives us an extra 1,000 health, toughness, but the main thing we're looking at though is it actually gives us a 5% critical weapon attack chance, which lasts 30 seconds. Now if you're Hard Light, gadgets, or whatever, this 5% extra weapon critical chance is really good, especially for Hard Light though, since most of our damage is precision based and comes from and is classed as weapon damage. And you think about it, it costs us 3 skill points to put it in innates just to get 3%, and with a trinket we get 5% for free for 30 seconds. And of the amount of clipping we do, we can get a lot more crits from it, so we'll get a lot more damage in the long run. But that's if you feel like using this trinket. plus it gives us an extra like 1000 HP. Just in case you're thinking, oh crap, if I'm using it in PvE, is it going to change our defensive toughness? The answer is no. It doesn't affect your defense at all. Your defense stays the same. Even if you use a trinket, your defense is not affected in any way. So this is a really good trinket, but it's hard to get. So that trinket is a really good one to use as well. And as you can see on my number 8 slot, it's almost finished cooldown already. So it has a fast cooldown time, lasts a good length of time, and we get extra weapon critical chance and 1000 HP for 30 seconds, just for nothing. So I hope this video on which trinkets, my stats, and everything else for endgame content, or what you're looking to get towards, is helpful. If there's any questions or comments you'd like to leave, then send me in a private message or in the comment section, and I'll get back to you. So until next time guys, thanks for watching.